What's up, world? Uh, right now, I just want to say thanks for this subscribing to me. Um, I am working on my engine now. I've had already replaced my transmission. So right now, I just want to show you guys what I'm actually putting on. So I got these tins right here. These are going to go like basically where the pistons are that are inside there. They're actually going to go sitting right underneath there. So I already have my holes already drilled out, as you can see. Those two holes, those holes there. I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up, basically use some wire so these are safely secured, and they're not going to move and anything else like that. So right now I already got this, the manifold, and the other side also over there. It's already been they're already unbolted, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take this stuff off. And anywho, um, let me just go ahead and show you what the tranny looks like down up in there. It's kind of black. It's kind of dark. Not enough light, but see if I can get some light in here real quick. Anyways, that's the new tranny. I already got my throw-up bearing already in. Already got all my axle tubes put on. This is a freshly rebuilt transmission, as you can see. May want to probably open the door up. I'll just open the door up so you guys can see. Alright, so there's the tranny. We are going to look underneath the car here. I'm just going to show you. I mean, it's kind of, the lighting's kind of bad in here because it's dark. But that's mainly just the front, the front of it. So right now this transmission is fully refurbished. It's all ready to go. All I had to do was put my axles on. I got this transmission from Buggy Warehouse. They're located off of 1604. So this is basically replacing the other trannies where I had to use it from my dad's car, the Carnegie. As you can see, we're working on it. We're working on it. Anyways, let me go ahead and start removing this stuff. I just wanted to show you guys the new transmission that I promised myself that I was going to be getting, so I can finally get this car back on the road and cruising and driving again. Here's I actually got a little bit of light right down there, so I just wanted to show you one more time so you can get a good full view of the transmission officially sitting in the car now. Officially sitting in the car. Alrighty, so I got the intake manifolds off, carburetor off. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start removing my sheet metal on the top, the backing, as well, and and that right there will free everything else up, so I can prepare myself to remove the heads. I'm only gonna do like one head at a time, so that way it just makes it a little more quicker. Then I can move on to the other side as well. You guys see that all right? So what I'm doing is I'm just taking off the screws. I got 2 more back here. I got 2 more back there. One right here by number 1 cylinder, and the other one by number 2 cylinder. And then I got these ones up front. I think this one has probably nothing there, except it's just got one right here that's holding. Also, I even got my a replacement dog. Well, it's the shroud. But fortunately, looking at the two, I can't even use this one, so I'll have to buy another one as well. Yeah, mainly because I think I messed up. So, yeah, lesson learned on that. So yeah, I gotta get one that looks just like my dog house shroud or fan shroud. Anyways, so I'm still just taking off these screws here and there. There we go. Just kind of took that one off. So yeah, some of these pieces, man, before, a lot of this stuff was pretty freaking clean. Like, it was all nice, all painted, but I'm pretty sure that well, you know, after I'm done taking all this stuff off, I'm just gonna clean all these parts up and maybe get some fresh paint on this again, so it looks like it was the way it, you know, looked like it had a little more cleaner look the way it did before. It's just been, you know, driven a lot, so that's kind of what happens when you drive your Volkswagen a lot. So yeah, it is what it is. So I just kind of started taking so I already have all the screws freed up on that side. So I just need to remove my pulley now, which I already removed the nut using a torque bar. So I got my claw, and now I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off. Alright, so got my claw on, and I just already begun basically breaking it loose off the crankshaft. So I'll go ahead and remove it. Alright, so I got my pulley removed off my crankshaft, and now I can continue on removing the 2 screws that you're looking at right down there. That's one right there, the other one right there. Alright, so I got my sheet metal off, and now I'm ready to start working on this head right here. Gotta take it off. Gotta remove my oil cover here, the head the head cover off, and then remove my rocker arms off, and then start removing off these other bolts here that are connected to the pistons. So let me go ahead and start working on that. But anyways, yeah, these parts, like I said, I'm probably freshen these up again. Just the sheet metal that's only being seen. The rest of it, I'm not really caring too much about it right now. Alright, so I just had to stick myself a block underneath here just so, in case, oil, leaks. It doesn't actually leak everywhere, so it's just going to go that way direction. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead, since I got that sitting up right now, I can start removing my my valve cover, valve cover. All right. Okay, so on the head, and if you guys are doing this, like I said, because all I'm doing is I'm putting these on just to help cool down the temperature of my my pistons. So I'm just gonna remove this guy here. I think it's like a 13 millimeter socket. So all I gotta do right now is just remove my rocker arms off, pop those out, and then start removing the bolts off the head, and then I can start putting on my cooling tin, which I also have some wire now that I found, so I can just tie these on. Alright, so I got my rocker arms off, and again, I'm not doing any adjustment at all to my rocker arms. All I'm doing is just removing the rocker arms off to just remove these bolts off, because everything's already been adjusted. The gapping and stuff like that is, I don't need to do anything. All I'm doing is just, like I said, just putting on the cooling tin. Alright, so I'm back. So I have had to spray some rust dissolver on the four upper bolts that holds the head on there. So I'm just gonna give this a sec here to kind of get this stuff to dissolve, so I'm not breaking anything, because can't afford to break anything, man. Can't. So let that stuff kind of just sit. Well, I'm probably scrubbing out a little bit here just to break loose that rust, because these are the main four that are exposed to the elements and heat and stuff like that. So but the other four, those came undone easily because they're not exposed. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get these off now. Alrighty, so I got those four bolts off. That rust dissolver actually really works really good. So yeah, but it's been a while since I took this head off. Well, both of these heads off. So now I'm ready to actually pull the head off of the push rod tubes, and start basically beginning my process of putting my tin on now. Alright, So I got my head off, sitting right there. Now I'm ready to now install my tin now. Alright, can you all see how I'm doing this here? So I got wire that like I said, I have found some wire and I'm running it through the holes I drilled out. This is actually going to help safely secure the tin metal, okay? And I actually had to figure this out myself too, because I'm always watching videos as well, but I'm just kind of showing you guys on how I'm doing it, the way it's actually supposed to be done. So your tin metal is not actually falling off the bottom of the piston sleeves. Alright, so here's how I got it. I got the wire already in on this side. So what I'm kind of just doing here is I'm just kind of looping the end of this to put this in right through, and then basically just tightening it tighter and tighter so that these actually do not physically fall off, which is going to be perfect. I mean, with the cooling temperature, it's going to be perfect. Alright, so there's my loop right there, and I just tied off. And now all I gotta do is just slip this on through just like that. Pull it tightly, and then boom, done. Easy. And boom, done. It's all nice, you know, it's all tucked in there. I mean, obviously this stuff's gonna be just sitting there, but it's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere at all. Pretty tight. So there you have it. Now all I gotta do now is I'm probably just gonna maybe clean up this stuff a little bit in here and put the head back on. See how it looks. Alright, well, got one side done. Just kind of cleaning up the other side. Just kind of get all this carbon out of here. Alrighty, well, got both sides all cleaned up. A little bit there, here and there. Just kind of getting all, you know, kind of freshening it up. Already got my cylinders already done. Oh, by the way, if hello, if you guys are interested in a fan shroud like that chrome one that I just showed you, it's for sale. Like, I mean, I don't really need it. I mean, I don't know if I could, or I mean, if you guys are interested in buying one, you guys can look me up on Facebook. Jordan Cole. Just look me up on Facebook. You'll see my Volkswagen cover photo on there. So if you guys are interested in buying a fan shroud, just let me know, because I don't really have any use for it. Only thing I need is I just need to buy myself a new one of these. I'm gonna probably look up on Amazon for them, or for one, so I can have like the correct one to use for my heater hoses are way over there. They're just over there because I got those on. So yeah, if you're interested, just look me up on Facebook, and I might put on sale on the Facebook marketing page. I haven't really came up with a price, but I'm sure you guys will see it on there. So, anyways, just let you know. So I got myself a bag of. I always keep myself handy in case of, well, supplies handy in case of I gotta replace something like that. These silicone seals. I mean they're still good, but they're just shot, man. So just replacing those. The ones that are already on the ends don't have to. They look pretty good. So it's just the back. It's just the ones that meet the head. So I got those ready to go now. I'm doing a little bit of some additional cleaning just to kind of clean up the rust off these push rod tubes. So I already got one down. Second one is the one I'm working on right now. Alright, so getting them cleaned up so I can just put them back in. It's just a habit. I just like to be needy. Clean up a lot of the stuff so that way I can just recognize if there's any leaks or anything over time. It actually helps out. Alrighty, well, I got those all cleaned up. Kind of not too bad. It's just that they were just caked with too much rust, and it's kind of hard to identify them. Especially these lines right here, these marker lines, which I need to have these actually pointing upward. From what I've heard, that they actually have to be actually pointing up. So, anyways, got everything cleaned up. I'm ready now to put my head back on, my rockers back on, and starting the torque sequence of torquing the head bolts on the threads. Alright, well, now I got my my head slipped on. I got my axle, or not axle. I'm thinking of my transmission. I'm thinking, so my push rod tubes are already positioned, already in. Everything's already seated. Could probably just do like a look-see how they're seated in there. All four are all seated. Where the head is at? If you saw that. But anyways, so now I got that on, and now I'm ready to start the process of putting on my bolts and then the torquing sequence. Alright, so I'm just getting them on. I already got one snugged on there. Got the other two, and I just need the other one right there, and then I just need the other four that are for the inner part of the head, are right down in there. Alright, so I got my bolts, all 8 of them, all snugged on by hand, and then I'm just gonna torque them to the torquing specs. It's been a while since I've not really remembered like the torquing sequence, but this is how you basically start. So you start from number 1, number 2 is like down there, 3, and then you got 4, you got 5, 6, 7, and then number 8, and then you just keep doing that until and this is kind of handy because I do happen to have this handy dandy repair manual, because it's been a it's been a while since I've done this, so that's why I kind of have other things to try to help out a little bit more faster. Going through the pages here, I'm gonna see if I can find the torquing specs for those bolts. So the crank, so it shows right here your torquing specs. Those are it right there. So your rocker arm nut shafts are at 18, and your trying to find those cylinder head nuts. Those are at 84 pounds right there. Yeah, so your cylinder head nuts, C-Tex for tightening sequence there. First step is 84 pounds there. Well, 84 inch pounds, but let's see, later models, 1970. Those are at 23 with a 10 millimeter nut. I'm thinking these are like 10 millimeter nuts, but this is from like a different. So, anyways, you got 18 there. So 8 millimeter and 18 torque, and then you got 23. So I think last time I did it was I torqued these at like 23. So these are going to be at.